In general, most of us know that sugars are bad, but sugars come in disguise. Let's expand a little bit on that.
Okay, now you're making me hyperventilate when you talk about sugar. For anybody that knows me, one of my biggest pet peeves are hidden sugars. Sugars are found in everything. Sugars are found literally. You know, you could eat this glass and I'll bet you there's some sugar in here. It's incredible how much sugar is and where sugar is everywhere. But sugars, what they do is this. When you eat something that is a sugar, and I'm talking about simple sugars, all right? I'm not talking about complex carbs and things like that. I'm talking about, you know, the white rice, the white flour, the bagels, donuts, cookies, ice cream, candy. And there's always an excuse. There's 1 month during the year that there's no national celebration or holiday. Do you know what month that is?
August?
How does this girl know all this stuff? You know what? August is the only month that there isn't a holiday that people celebrate with candy. What I tell people is, you always have an excuse. I don't want to hear them. Don't stop whining to me. Stop complaining. We had a birthday party. You know, my girlfriend got married. I don't care. It's fine. My son's getting married. My boys are both married. There's always birthday parties. Do I eat the whole cake? I take a little piece. And how often is your birthday? Every month? Some people's birthdays every week. So, you know, stop making the excuses. What it does is, as soon as you eat sugar, what happens here, folks, is that you eat the sugar and your blood levels rise, all right? So you eat that sugar, your blood levels rise. As soon as it rises, your body produces, when it gets up here, it produces insulin because it's got to bring the sugar down. Insulin is called a lipogenic substance, meaning as soon as that insulin is produced, your body produces fat. So every time your body spikes, your body produces fat. It comes back down, you eat another cookie and another bagel, it goes back up, and you make some more insulin, you make more fat. That is why I try to keep my patients off insulin. For those of you that have been on insulin, what do? You go to the doctor, gives you insulin, you come back, you've gained a little bit more weight, you get a little bit more insulin, you gain a little bit more weight, and it becomes this vicious cycle. How do you get off of that insulin? You stop eating the junk and stop making excuses and stop thinking that every day is your birthday, all right? So sugar has to do with these hidden, nasty effects. Not only does it affect it makes you gain weight, but what sugar does is that it produces inflammation. The word inflamme comes from the Greek word meaning fire. That's where that word comes from. That's where word inflammation comes from. So we got to put out the fire. No matter what it is you have to do to put out the fire, you got to put out the fire. And sugar, people say to me, well, but is eating a mango or eating a banana a sugar? All right, since you've answered all my questions, what's the difference between sugar that you get in a packet and a banana?
Well,
You're
natural.
very smart, by the way.
Natural, thank you.
You're very smart.
Natural comes to mind.
Right.
That we wouldn't we want to get sugar that's occurring more naturally than we've added it.
Absolutely. So there's two forms of sugar, right? If I had sugar in this cup, and if I took this cup and I put some strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, whatever in here, the difference between these two sugars is that this sugar, that is just pure sugar, is there any magnesium in here? Is there any fiber in here? Is there any calcium in here? Is there any iron in here? Are there any flavonoids in here? No. What's in this sugar? Well, we've got some calcium, we've got some iron, we've got some magnesium, we've got some flavonoids, we've got all these good things that are in this sugar that has a bunch of fruits and vegetables, mostly fruit, right? And the difference is this. Which cup am I drinking out of? I'm only kidding. So what happens to insulin? What happens is when you eat the fruit and the vegetables most of the time, and also complex carbs, your sugar doesn't do this. Your sugar does this. It's a gradual increase. So you don't get this massive release of insulin. You get a little bit of insulin, and then it comes back down and it doesn't drop. So it stabilizes. And the difference, again, the vitamins, the minerals, the nutrients that are in there is what makes that difference between the two.